Back here on the Blitz alongside Mike Tannenbaum, I'm Phil Murphy. We've got Texans hosting the Bears Monday morning after the Blitz. It's got to be the sexiest Texans-Bears game in some time. Mike, you're a former GM. Houston's probably already plotting a statue for Nick Caserio with how well things have hit with last season's picks and signings and now what we've seen so far through this offseason. How do you rate the early fits for Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, A++. Joe Mixon ran for over 150 yards, and then you have Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and as you mentioned, adding Diggs as well. It's really, you say to yourself again, like, pro football is a game of matchups. You can't double everybody. And if you go to double any of these guys, the rest of these receivers are so good, Phil, they'll win one-on-one matchups. And then if you play seven-man spacing, Joe Mixon is still a really good player. Again, over 150 yards opening day. So to me, now you're Matt Eberflus coming in from Chicago. You got to pick your poison. Who do you want to take away?
Well, and to your point, Diggs, every pass that was targeted to him, he caught 2 touchdowns. And then Joe Mixon ties a career high in carries. Now you got Chicago heading into prime time. They got to win. They got a 17-point comeback, but that offense has to feel like they got the A on the group project for doing none of the work. A 2.8 yards per play, dead last in week 1. Rookie QB, new OC. What is a realistic timeline for this offense getting up to speed?
Well, there's a lot of different ways to win, and it reminds me of when we had Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez as rookies. We went to the AFC Championship game, arguably despite the way Mark played some of the times, which is ironically the way a lot of what we saw right here from number 18, Caleb Williams. It'll get better. There's a lot of different ways to win games, and if I'm Matt Eberflus, I am talking about, guys, we are in the business of first downs, not touchdowns. And, Caleb Williams, like, it's a pro and a con, Phil. He loves the big splash play, but in pro football, that's not sustainable, and I think we saw that a little bit. And you're being chased down by a lot faster players. We saw that with Baker Mayfield. When Baker Mayfield came out, he couldn't outrun pro defensive linemen. It took him a while to adjust. Caleb Williams is a much better athlete, but the point is, like, trust the offense, trust your progressions, make first downs, let those big plays come to you.
And to the credit of the Titans defense, I think time will reveal Tennessee did some work in the offseason. That defense, I think, is going to punch above the weight that we thought